Okay, I think that does it for the questions. What I would like to see is the fighters square off in front of the podium. So, could we please have Mr. Amrani and Mr. Harrison up front and center. And next up, Stone Cold Steve Moxon and Jordan Watson. They're already joking, but the jokes are going to stop once they enter the ring. And to the cameras. And our main event, Tyrone Spong versus Remy Bonjasky. And to the cameras. This is a fight you don't want to miss. Spong versus Bonjasky. Thank you very much. So that concludes our pre-fight press conference. Ladies and gentlemen of the press and fans and people who have come down here to the Hard Rock Cafe, we'd like to thank you very much, and let's have a great show on Saturday. Arigato gozaimasu. Cheers.
I'm Stone Cold Steve Moxon, all the way from Australia. My pro kickboxing record is 37 fights, 32 wins, 21 knockouts. I'm fighting Jordan Watson all the way from the UK. His background is Muay Thai, my background is straight kickboxing, so I have a feeling that it can be my advantage to take the fight to him, pick up the pace with brutal combinations. Yeah, people always like to comment about my boxing because I knock a lot of people out with my boxing skills, but at the end of the day I'm a kickboxer, so I use my hands to set up my strong kicks, and a lot of times knock them out. They'll feel the power difference. Me being a 70 kilos fighter, I hit harder than the average. Yeah. So I've signed a 2-year contract with Glory, multi-fight contract, so this is my first fight, part of the Glory World Series. My next fight is in another 4 weeks against Jabraskov, another Glory signed fighter, and that's in Australia. And then whatever comes after that, let's fight as much as I can. I'd like to firstly thank Glory World Series for the huge opportunity, and also my training camp, my trainer Dave Ashmore, all the way from Victoria in Australia. We have a great gym, great team, and it's a good friendship, good vibe.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, I'm Remy Bonjasky, 3 times K1 champ, fighting now for Glory World Series. I have more than 105 fights, over 40 KOs, and I'm gonna fight Tyrone Spong this Saturday on the 23rd of March 2013, and I think it's gonna be a spectacular fight. Because he's willing to knock me out, I'm willing to knock him out, so I think the fans will be very happy to see this fight. Yeah, people will see my flying knee because they love that. I love to entertain the fans. I love to entertain the people, so that is what I do. That's what I'm known about. So I will show it to them. Yeah.
Your last fight, it was a bit sort of slow with Sadi.
Yeah.
Slow sort of fight. What was up with that? What sort of changed coming into this fight?
Well, I think I wasn't in the fight, in the tournament. Sometimes you have that. Some people go to work and they don't feel that good, and that's how I felt that day. It's not the same as going to a normal job, but if you have that day because you have trained real hard for the fight, and you have that day that you don't feel good, that your whole tournament will be smashed. So, and that's what happened. Yeah. It feels like all the work you've done before this day, it have to come out on Saturday, and the training is sometimes harder than the fight, and that's how it should be. And I feel good, I feel strong, so Well, that would be interesting, fighting against Krokop. We've trained together, you know. I went to his hometown and we trained together, but fighting against Krokop wouldn't be a problem. Well, I want to thank Joya for supporting me, our fight scene for supporting me, and Champion, that is it's a brand. So I want to thank them all and all the sparring partners, Thomas Horn, Tariq. I want to thank them all for taking the time to give me in good shape.
One more question was, we've seen quite a lot of fighters make a transition from kickboxing into making appearances in the MMA scene, Tyrone included. Could you see yourself doing something like that at any time?
I don't think so. For me, it feels like going from badminton to tennis. It pretty much looks the same, but it's not. And if I was around 20 years old, maybe I would do it. But right now, I'm already 37, and I don't think I'm going to make a transition to MMA.
Hi, my name's Liam Harrison. I fight out of the Bad Company gym in Leeds, England. Been training now for about 15 years. Fight record of 87 fights, 72 wins, 38 KOs. This weekend is going to be my first fight under Glory rules at the Excel Arena in London.
I'm Jordan Watson, also out of the Bad Company gym in Leeds. Fight record 41 fights, 36 wins, 20 KOs. I've been doing Thai boxing for about 19 years. Been training with Liam Harrison for the best part of that as well. So yeah, both fighting Glory this weekend at the XL.
You both come from sort of Thai backgrounds. How do you think that plays to your advantage or disadvantage in a fight? And what's your game plan going into your sort of each respective fights?
Yeah, I think it does play a good part being from the Thai background. There's a lot of different weapons you can use in Muay Thai. It's not just kicking, it's not just punching. It's kicks, the knees, the clinch as well. With Glory rules, you have got a 5-second clinch. The knees do score high in Glory, so I think it'll, especially with Jordan's fighting style, he's really strong with his knees. I'm really strong with my low kick, which is from Thai boxing, so I think it will play quite a big factor in this Glory rule set.
Same, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with Liam. It's a bit of a different pace, which people can find a different disadvantage. 3 rounds straight into it. But we've been training hard for this, so we're both ready. We both know it's going to be full on action from the first bell.
I think your opponent said that he's from is it kickboxing, traditional kickboxing
Boxing
background.
and boxing, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. How does that? Do you see any advantage or disadvantage?
I think the only thing I've got to do is really watch my chin, for his big punches. I know he's a strong puncher, he's got a high knockout ratio, but I'm too smart to just get it straight on the chin and stuff. You know, I'm going to use my legs as well to keep him at bay, and obviously working him while he's using his boxing.
What sort of? Do you know much about his background, and what are you going to look to do to sort of win the fight?
Yeah, I've seen him fight quite a few times. He's aggressive, he's strong, he's a bit wild. I think he does tend to leave himself open a bit when he is having these wild attacks, and that would be, as well as his main strength, I think that's one of his main weaknesses as well. So he can punch hard, but at the same time he leaves himself open, and that's where I'll exploit.
So would you say you're looking into sort of coming tight guard and keep it reasonably sensible?
I can't really say, to be honest. I mean, no fight's ever the same until I get in the ring and then I see how hard he can punch, or I see how he moves, I see how fast he is. I want to gauge him in the opening minute of the first round. I'll be able to know I'm going to fight the full fight from that.
Are you guys both exclusively signed to Glory at the moment? And are there sort of any fights that you want to see within Glory for yourselves? Any particular opponents?
I'm not signed as yet, but after this fight, I think I will. I think I'll sign probably a 5-fight contract hopefully, and hopefully I'll fight in the tournament at the end of the year if I win. But I had a kickboxing fight. Who was fighting on a show called Johan from France. And I want to fight him again. You know, I don't think I was fully prepared for the last fight. I cut a lot of weight and stuff. No excuses. He beat me on the day, and he was a better fighter, and I deserve to lose. But I really want to prove to myself that I can beat him.
Yourself?
No, I'm not actually signed just to Glory. I have signed for this one, and I've signed for a tournament in Japan in May as well. So hopefully after that, and I do well in the tournament, then hopefully Glory will just sign us both exclusively, and then we can keep fighting on these shows, on these amazing productions, and like earn some big money and like put ourselves on world stage.
Would you like to? Is there anyone particularly in the Glory organisation that you would like to have a stand with, or outside of Glory that you might want to have a sort of fight with?
I've fought all best fighters in the world around my
Bieber.
Too hard, him. I've fought all best fighters in the world at my weight, so there's not really anyone I'd like to just specifically fight them. I just want to fight the best fighters still, whoever's the best. I just want to put me against them. It'll make a great show for Glory, and it'll prove who is the number one 65 kilo fighter in the world under these rules, and I want to prove that that's going to be me.
How's both your training camps been in the lead up to the fight? Any sort of niggles, or has it all been?
No, I think we've both been training together. We've both been doing gone from the time up to the Glory, and we've adapted really well. We've trained really well together. We've a bit more strength and conditioning work, because like I say, it's a bit more explosive than Thai boxing. We're always fit and we're always ready for this fight today. So.
On the 13th of April, got my own show, the HG8 show in Leeds. Kirkstall Road at the Exercise for Less building. Tickets are available now if anyone wants any. Yeah, £28. There's going to be some explosive Muay Thai action, some top fights. If anyone needs any, you can get me on Twitter, Liam Badco, on my Facebook, Liam Harrison.
Get me on Twitter as well because I need more followers.
Dreamer.